They don't know how to solve European problems, inflation, migration crisis, and so on. And therefore they say, okay, let's enlarge, let's get Ukraine to European Union. But it's not as simple as that.
Now the Ukrainians doesn't fight for themselves. They fight for the Western unipolar global order. So I would say everything we talk now about Ukraine entering the European Union, this is just propaganda because the war is still continuing. It's just making promises, is making propaganda to encourage the Ukrainians to continue fighting. So I don't give a lot of...
But why? What will be the interest of pushing them to keep fighting?
Because the big game is to push the Russians out of Europe. I mean, we have seen it with the destruction of our Nord Stream pipelines, with the sanctions. We had very favorable economic trade relations with Russia. Everything is destroyed now. We had good cultural relations with the Russians. It's destroyed now. So the big game is the West still the only superpower of the whole world or not? And the Russians are questioning the West superpower view. So we say there are different layers. For instance, there is the layer that there are two nations fight on their independence, but there is also the layer that especially the United States and the West wants to push the Russians back out of Europe.
These peace negotiations are the only way out of these current unfortunate situations. But otherwise, geopolitically speaking, we see it exactly as AFD, so we see it as a conflict between West and East.
Will Ukraine ever become a member of the European Union? I would say this is not in the hands of the European Union. We will see a big peace negotiation and a peace conference soon, hopefully. And then we need a solution for the country. The country is completely destroyed because of that war. So will there be a split of the country? Probably.
Bringing Ukraine to European Union right now, I'm not talking about the future, of course, that could be different, but right now would destroy neighboring countries, Poland, Slovak Republic, Hungary, and so on, because we saw it already. We saw it when it comes to Ukrainian grain being imported to our markets. We see it now. There are protests of truckers in Poland, in Slovak Republic, because the Ukrainians are taking jobs from our companies. The agriculture of Ukraine would literally destroy the European Common Agricultural Policy and our agriculture. So it is a very sensitive issue which should be treated very, very carefully, not just, welcome to the European Union, no rules to follow. Look at the Balkans. There are Balkan countries who are trying to follow the rules, to fulfill the accession criteria for years, and they are still not being able to become members of European Union. Romania and Bulgaria, they still are not members of Schengen area, for example. And now a European Commission will come to Ukraine, which is a country, unfortunately, but still in war, in conflict, without its territory being protected and so on. And they say, okay, we will welcome this country in European Union. It's not so simple. There are rules which must be followed.
As Milan has very good pointed out that we cannot forget about all reforms.
So we call for lowering down the financial support because we are out of budget already.
The left wants to have a European superstate and then only little tiny provinces.
In the new model of the European Commission, the European institutions, is this supranational organization. They know they have a clear enemy for them. There are the nation member states.
And so they always support, be it legal or illegal, everything that destroys the national sovereignty.
To destroy everything and then build a new superstate, as Max said, which will be controlled by Brussels, by European bureaucrats. That's it.